Now, man, we coming at you a day early.
Yes.
What's good, old guy?
Chilling, man. Chilling. We gonna come soon. We're gonna be in front of y'all every day. So get used to it.
All
but I
in
wanna,
your face.
yes, sir. I want to encourage everybody listening. Go ahead and hit the like button for me and make sure that you share this video. Let's get the message out there. We got some real good stories for y'all, real good treat. But first, I want to jump into the R.Kelly story because we've done a lot of stories on R.Kelly over the past couple of weeks, and things have been getting worse and worse. Recorded phone calls have coming out. More and more accusers, are now coming out, and R.Kelly hasn't really been saying too much. So kind of, making people think that he's guilty. Spotify has pulled his, playlist, all his music, off of their, streaming service, as well as other companies are following suit with that. So it's not looking real good. But R.Kelly finally responds, and I'm going to play the video right here of R.Kelly responding, then we'll talk about it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna take this musical shit and I'm gonna inject these motherfuckers with this musical, beautiful motherfucking shit.
No, don't do that. I can't afford no more kids.
No. I am handcuffed like a lot of you motherfuckers. I'm handcuffed by my destiny. It's too late. They should have did this shit 30 years ago. It's too late. The music has been injected into the world. Okay? I hired my motherfucking self. I want to propose a toast to all the strong motherfuckers in here right now.
Yes, sir.
Motherfuckers like you is why I still continue to do what I do, because I have a basketball mentality. As long as I got the ball, the world is on defense.
Woo! Sam and R.Kelly. I'm pretty sure you already painted him as guilty, right? R.Kelly
Painted him as guilty.
Didn't you say he was guilty?
Yeah.
Let me hear you talk about this, because I got my opinion. I want to hear what you got to say, though.
All right. So this is real, and this is a deep situation. All right. Because do I condone pedophilia? Hell no. Never have, never will never respect a man, woman, whoever to take advantage of someone young and take advantage of someone underage. I never, ever condone that. That being said, let's be objective real quick, and let's just keep it, real objective. Never been convicted of anything. Never. Been in court, been, rumors swirling, and now you see this Lifetime has a documentary going on in this alleged sex cult that we'll get into. But to make a real long story short, never convicted of anything. And like he said, 30 years ago, he should have did it 30 years ago. Now, what should they have done 30 years ago is a great question.
Well, he's talking about, I think, the music, like taking the music, off of the Spotify playlist now, so people can't hear me. He said it's already been injected. That's what I'm
okay. So he's answering the Spotify and taking away the music. The music's been already injected. They should have taken away the music 30 years ago.
Well, he's saying 30 years, but I mean, it mean 10 years, really. As far as like they should have been done this and tried to persecute him. Now everybody done heard R.Kelly, the song. He got albums out. He's saying the damage has already been done with the music.
Right.
That's pretty much what he's saying. That's my interpretation of it. I could be wrong.
My thing is, what is he being convicted of? Is it pedophilia or is it the sex cult? Because let's break them down into two. Let's talk about the sex cult first. Sex cult. Are these women of age? If they're all of age, what are we crying about? Because what's the difference between what R. Kelly's doing in the sex cult of completely
they weren't of age. Some of them were accused to be younger. Okay. Even with Aaliyah, didn't we talk about Aaliyah being younger at the time?
I said pedophilia and the sex cult are completely different. Are we saying that Aaliyah was in the sex cult?
No. Okay. See, that's you want to split the conversations.
Let's split the conversations up.
So pedophilia is wrong. It's been accusations of R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And even Aaliyah was younger.
Yeah.
So that's pedophilia.
Yeah. I mean, I said that right here. You got a grown man with a young woman.
Okay.
That's pedophilia. Ain't
now
it?
Sex cult. Okay. Yeah,
I
mean, yeah. According to the law, it says that they're under a certain age of statutory rape. Right. So that's what R. Kelly would have been accused from right there. Let's put that
put that in the pedophilia box.
Okay.
I'm talking about a sex cult.
Okay. The sex cult. The women are the women of age in the sex cult?
Yeah.
I think it's the same situation with the sex cult too.
Okay. So if they're underage.
Or some of I think it's a situation where some of them were like teetering on the age line when they started, then they became of age.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, stuff like that. And some of them were of age. And there are rumors of some of them not being of age. So I'll just put it like that.
Where are the parents in that situation to even claim kidnapping and when they were younger in a situation where they could have. Because now if they're 22, 23 years old, and we have a lot of women out there coming out against R. Kelly saying that they were taken at like 16, taken at 16 and 17, and then walked into the situation now being older. They want to talk out against it. I have a young woman right here. I have some audio up. I believe it's Jocelyn Savage, a woman of women going out against R. Kelly. Let's listen to that, and then we can get back into our one too. I think it'll be interesting to bring it in.
Okay. Hey, Jocelyn. How are you? Look at you. You shopping in Beverly Hills?
Yes, I am.
What are you doing out here in LA?
Just, business, have a vacation, with family and friends.
I know I got to ask him, where's R.Kelly? You met him?
He's in Chicago, actually.
Oh, he's in Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out here in LA, just vacationing, and he's in Chicago.
Oh, cool. You're doing your own thing right now?
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing.
That's what's up. Now, why did your family always say that you're being held captive? You're obviously not, you're out here doing your thing.
Well, it's rumors out there. People are saying that I'm captive, I'm hostage. Well, obviously that's not true. I'm out here, enjoying life and doing my own thing. So, as you can see,
is everybody worried R.Kelly's not holding any women hostage or giving them sex call? Or?
No, none of that is true. None of that is true. All that is false accusations. People talk all the time. It's just rumors.
Right. Recently the 19-year-old, what do you think of the 19-year-old? She came out and said that R.Kelly drugged her and gave her an STD. Now she's finally sued as a gay male.
Well, honestly, I think people are just making things up just to get money. They're trying to get attention, get money, trying to be on the internet, the media, all that is not true. So, yeah, totally. That's all.
Whoa. All right, so a couple things before I let you get to your one, too.
Yes.
So there was a woman sitting right next to her. All right, now it's none of our business who that woman is. It could have been a friend, it could have been whoever, but it should be noted that one of the people allegedly coming out against R. Kelly say that he would have women entourage his other women around to kind of bodyguard them. You know what I mean? And I think that's going to be within the suit when she's suing them. That'll be in documentation that he would have a woman next to her or next to the woman to kind of carry out his acts when he wasn't around, just to make sure his situation was ultimately taken care of. So it should be noted.
What do you mean carry out his act? Like
not sexual acts, but make sure that they was doing the right thing.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? If they were told to be here, do here, do here, he was that bodyguard. He was there. Or let me see if I could pull up some information on what they said, because there was something else going on.
While you do that, I'll speak on my piece on the situation. We got to be careful, like we always say. We got to be very, very careful, because the facts are right now. You hear the facts. He has not been convicted of anything that has to do with pedophilia or sexual assault up to this date. Rumors right now, all the stuff is right now is rumors. Now, when people come out, this is the thing we got to be careful of. You see a lot of people, this happens on YouTube. When people hear accusation, they automatically think it's true. This is the reason why we got courts and we got different things set up, because if you ever been in court, most of the time, I'm not gonna say all of the time, but most of the time, if you have a good lawyer, a good attorney, all the facts will be put on the table, not speculation, not what people think. All the facts will be put on the table, and then the outcome, we should have an outcome based on the facts. This is what court is supposed to be. So right now, it hasn't been enough to put this brother in court and convict him. So we have to just take all this stuff as just rumors at this point in time. It's just rumors. It just is what it is. There's nothing more we can do. Anything outside of that, will be unfair. We'll be persecuting a brother. You know what I mean? Even in the law. It said, what did it say? You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty, meaning that you should be convicted. You have to be convicted, and then you're guilty. Not an accusation. Somebody says this and somebody says that. No, it could be slander. And I'm surprised. I'm interested to see if R. Kelly will start, pulling up some slander, defamation lawsuits against some of these people if these accusations are indeed false. So I don't know, man. We got to be careful. We definitely got to be careful.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. Everything that you said, you dropped the nail right on the coffin, because we do have to be careful at the end of the day. And we see too many times we allow the media and we allow people to paint the picture for us without diving in and giving a real full perspective on what's really going on. Now, even in the court system, we see that sometimes even being proved innocent or guilty, they're wrong too, because at the end of the day, we're all human, and human have the ability to make error. We all do. So oftentimes we do, but I mean, it's real unfortunate that too many times once a headline drops, they're innocent before even being proven on anything. And countless times this man throughout his history throughout hit after hit after hit after hit that he's been negating all the rumors and all the nonsense. He's been convicted of this crime that he's never been through the public opinion, and never been convicted of it through court. Now, like you said, we can have our opinions and our what we feel and what we kind of have in the back of our head, what's going on with R. Kelly, and we all do.
So you still think he's guilty? That's all I want to know. Do you still think that R. Kelly's guilty? Because you kind of, I understand. I feel where you're coming from. But would you still say now that this brother is guilty? Because the last time we was on the air, you kind of was like,
and I'm not backpedaling from that. There's so much fucking evidence out there that point in the direction of R. Kelly doing some foul shit. Okay, now it's up to you to believe whether you want to or not. It's up to you to think if you're just so much of a fan and supporter of R. Kelly to not care. Up to you. I'm not judging you on any of that. But if you ask me, do I think that he is guilty of dealing with younger women? I think that when you have his brother, when you have people in his corner that want to see him win within his rhythm section of his band and his background section of his singing, that say things and shy away from other things, when you see people in his close corner kind of shying away and doing some things, then you kind of got to ask yourself, well, damn, did he? Okay, go ahead.
But in that same video we just played, he got people. He's celebrating the people that stayed close to him and that remains. Doubt. You know what I mean? So in the same breath, we got to be careful, like you said. And I definitely agree, what you're saying. I don't agree that he's guilty yet. I don't know enough about it to say that R.
How
Kelly
much do you
is
need
guilty.
though? I mean, Aaliyah got with Aaliyah when she was 14. We seen him eating the girl booty hole. She was underage.
I didn't see that video.
You probably won't find it, but plenty of people have seen it. She was underage.
Let me ask you a question though. I was actually writing this question down. The lines right up.
Word.
Would it be different if these parents of these women, let's say if they were 16, 17, if they, consented and say, look, you know what I mean? Would it be different if the parents said, if they didn't have mind their children going with R. Kelly? Because you asked the question where the parents at if the kids were younger, right?
They should be held equally guilty.
Woo.
They shouldn't. It should be no. What would happen if the parents could? Because how can you sign over a permission slip on a human being's life, yours and not? You sit there and give. Okay, let's say R. Kelly, and this is strictly hypothetical. I'm not saying this, but let's say he was paying for these women, right? These young girls. He went to families, whoever family he went to, and said, "I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars for your daughter," and they agreed to that. That's trafficking. I mean, that's on a whole different kind of level.
Aaliyah, remember her song "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number"?
Yeah. Well, do you think her parents went and signed over something to have him married R. Kelly?
I don't know. I don't know that to be true. I don't think that's true at all. But I was just putting it out there for you.
Yeah, I mean, she's involved. Well, I think he's guilty. I don't think he's. Guilty is such a strong word. I think he dives into some weird shit involving young women, and whether or not he's found guilty, whether or not it's an equal guilt put on the parents as well, whether or not it's consensual in his brain and however he works. Because I've never seen him get convicted of kidnapping. I've never seen him get convicted of taking any child or anybody's well-being, trafficking. None of these stigmas have came up other than him being a pedophile, which is terrible in itself.
Right.
But even that, he's never been convicted. He's just been blamed. So like you said, we have to be careful in that. If you ask my honest opinion, I'm going to say, yeah, he dives into weird shit. But I want to ask you, oh God, because you seem to kind of tilt along the lines of him not doing anything at all, him being completely innocent. So what's your perspective?
Because I look at it like I look at the media and I know the power of the media. And then I'm thinking about the documentary as you're talking. Now you got a whole documentary coming out and the media. And Jay-Z said this in the Grammy family freestyle. He said the same sword they knight you is the same sword they're going to good night you with. He was speaking in reference, to the media, how they could build you up, how they could break you down. And, it could be one of those situations where this brother is being torn down. It could be, and I think we have to keep, our receptors up, because all of them, even if you say with the Aaliyah situation, which we know that's wrong, you know what I'm saying? All that time after that, he ain't been caught, he ain't been convicted, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you had a problem, I think it would have been out, he would have been convicted by now.
Great question. Now
could paint, a picture and how they got the documentary, that came out on R. Kelly.
Right.
And, it could be a situation where they just trying to destroy this man for whatever reason. I don't know the reason, but it could just be, just the next black celebrity that we're going to take down today. We got enough against them. You know what I mean? Or another thing could be, let's scratch the media out of it. What if it's just money hungry women? We've seen a lot of women come out recently, Trey Songz, that was a lie with that situation. Other women, the Chris Brown, which looks like a lie with that whole supposed alleged rape situation. All these situations is popping up. Is you see women or younger women, you know, just trying to get fucking money at the end of the day, man, trying to get a come up.
I think that you could do that in some aspects, but that's real fair and real slippery slope for you to paint or for you to go down, oh God, when you go into that.
The girl that said it, that you played.
And I'm thinking throughout history, it happens. We see it with Michael Jackson. We see the kids, and now he got tried to get hit with pedophilia. And we see kids coming out now that they're adults saying, nah, somebody tried to manipulate me to grab some money. Right. It happens throughout time. And the media historically does this to our figures where they get us up and then they drop us. We all know the history behind that. I'm not sitting here negating any of that. What I'm simply saying is why R.Kelly, and I'm asking you a question. Mm-hmm. Why R.Kelly, right? Mm-hmm. Throughout history, time after time, again, hit with allegation. Why would the media wait on this man in particular to stream him along this long? For them things to go on this long, why him in particular? When you've seen throughout history, number of us even higher in ranking than R. Kelly. Let's even Bill Cosby.
I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question. But the question I don't know why, but the question I can answer is he's not been convicted of any of these allegations yet. And this is what we got right now. And even with the Spotify decision, you know, to take his music off, you know, that's even being brought into question now. How is that even affecting his money? Let's keep it 100. How's Spotify taking his thing off affecting anything he does on tour? He's self-made, right?
If he's still selling out tours, if he could still put out his own album, however, don't gotta be on Spotify, not the other streaming services, took him off. And if he decided to put his shit out on TuneCore, he's gonna win. Let's just keep it a buck. So I don't think that R. Kelly is gonna lose too much from Spotify. I think it's just another headline to build on the case against R. Kelly. This is another major thing that backed out against R. Kelly because of what he did. We got the Lifetime documentary on a man's business, but we'll highlight Hugh Hefner and look at him as a boss. But this man is a villain. And like I said, let's separate the pedophilia argument from the whole sex cult and women and him having multiple women, because as taboo as it may be to some of us, hey, you got motherfuckers that live like that. You got